Good evening and welcome to the shores of Derwent Water in the Lake District National Park. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm just out for a womble. Sunset's about an hour away. I don't honestly think a huge amount is going to happen. There's not any low cloud around. I think there's a fair amount of high cloud and a fair amount of medium level cloud as well. In fact, I'd go as far as to say I think the medium level cloud is winning. So if there is any colour, I think the medium level cloud will snuff it out. But I was in the area, and I've said this before, right? Travelled an awfully long way at considerable expense to come here. Why would I go back to my lodgings and just sit and watch the TV? Now, I was about to say, I don't know when I'll be back here again. Well, I do, because I'll be back here in November to run my workshop. But you get the point. I shouldn't take it for granted. The opportunity to be here and look at this fantastic view. Now, I saw a video a while ago where I think it was a Stuart McLennan video. Runs a gallery in Keswick here in the Lake District. Really nice chap, fantastic photographer. Well worth checking out his channel. He was doing panoramas of Skidaw. The Skidaw range, and in front of me I've got a hill called Catbells, and then over here I think that might be Waller Crag, I think. Nearest makes no odds, Waller Crag. And towards me at Catbells, it's looking very grey, and if there is going to be any colour, and that's where the sun's setting, by the way, if there is going to be any colour, it's not going to happen over there. But over towards what I hope is Waller Crag, and towards the Skidaw range, I reckon there is a possibility, just a possibility, that I might get a smidge of colour. So what I've done, I've parked up at Ashness Jetty and I've walked around the shore to a point where I've got a good unobstructed view of the Skidaw range. In fact, what I might do is I might spin the camera around and show you what's what. In fact, I've just seen another spit of beach, which I'm just going to head to, because I think that sticks out a little bit more. So let me go and do that first. Right, okay, so let's start. So we're moving from left to right. So this peak here, this is Catbells, and we'll sweep along the shore. We're coming down Catbells. Then we've got here is the the Keswick boating place. I'll put the proper name up on the screen, but that's around about there. And we have Derwent Isle. Where's Derwent Isle? Derwent Isle is sort of there-ish. In fact, you know what? It would help if I put my glasses on, because I might actually be able to see. So yes, Derwent Isle is around about here. So now we've got the Skidaw range here. I think you can just see the back end of Blencathra, and then sweeping around to Waller Crag. So that's kind of my panorama. And, it's going to be thin and narrow, sort of, strip of water, but then try and include as much sky as I possibly can as I move around. And from here, I've got a completely unobstructed view. In fact, you see how the light here is reflecting in the water. There's even a bit at me that I even try and include that in the composition as well. So I would probably take, vertical frames to give me maximum top and bottom, and then in software I can then trim it, and there's just a blush of colour out here in the distance, which is quite early because it is 6:45 in the evening, and sunset I think is around about past. So yeah, it's a little bit early to have a blush, but hey, there we go. So I think what I might do is get myself set up, get everything nice and level, and yeah, just so that I'm all done and dusted and ready to rock and roll, assuming something does happen. So I think I'll do a test frame or a test panorama first, and then just wait and see what happens. So let's get set up. Okay, so I'm going to have to fudge this a little bit because I don't have a panoramic head on this geared tripod. So I'm using the grid lines just to give me a rough guess as to where everything should be, and I'm going to use the level in the camera to level things off. I'm all on manual, f8, 25th of a second, with a 3-stop grey grad over the sky. So I'm going to take frame number 1, 2-second timer, click, and then I'll move that till cat bells is on the edge, which you're not going to see particularly well. I will re-level the camera, take my next frame. Focus is also manual as well. Whoops. Now, whether this will stitch together or not, I don't know, but we'll give it a try. So I'm going to level it up, take the frame, click. Right, I'm just going to move you round. Now, can't actually remember whether I've captured that frame. Yes, I have. So I'll move it around a wee bit more. Level the camera back up using the level meter. Take the image. Right, so let's bring the camera around so we can see all the images. Right, so let's replay them. So that was our starting point, and and moving all the way around. So the only thing that might look a little bit odd is the water, but I'm not worrying too much about that. And I've got a slight highlight over cat bells, but apart from that, it actually looks okay. So, hope you enjoyed that. You know, I think it was one of those occasions where my knowledge of this particular spot in the Lake District definitely helped. But also having the, I suppose, the foresight as I wandered away from the jetty to, you know, look at other details and just sort of, you know, mentally log them so that, you know, if it doesn't come together, I know I've got some options. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap up this one here. If you've got this far, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video or if you enjoy this video, please do consider giving it a like, give it a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, please do consider subscribing. It's free and you can unsubscribe at any time. And if you hit the subscribe button, also hit the bell button alongside and then select the all option, because then you'll get notified as to when I upload new content, which will be roughly once every 2 weeks. Sorry, I thought I broke my glasses, but I think I'm okay. So until the next one, thanks once again. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye for now.